Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Austen and I am a fashion and beauty content creator based here in New York City. And you guys, today's video is sponsored by Glossier. I can't believe I just got to say that in a video. I am so clearly thrilled to be partnering with Glossier for this video to bring you guys kind of some fall makeup inspiration using a bunch of their products. This will pretty much be a full face of Glossier today, and we're just gonna talk through some fun makeup ideas, and I'll share a little bit of tips and tricks of how I use the products. I know that a couple of them, you know, there's multiple ways you can use them, and kind of just show you how I use and love these products in my day-to-day life. So that's what today's video is going to be. It's been a while since I did my full face of Glossier video, so I'll link that other version up on the screen. I believe that was over the summer, so I think it was a little bit more summer seasonal. This one will be a little bit more geared into fall winter, getting you guys ready for the next couple of months leading into the holiday season. And yeah, we're just gonna have some fun. We're gonna play with some products, and I'm going to talk you through how I've been using them lately. Also, super quick before I dive in, if you are new around here, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. I put out new videos every week, and please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. That means that I can keep creating content like this for you to enjoy. Zooming you guys in a little bit closer up so you can see what's going on. My skin is in pretty decent condition right now. I have a couple of spots, but they are fading away. So before I start putting makeup on, we of course want to prep the skin. So I'm going to first apply the Glossier Priming Moisturizer, and then on top of that, going to add a little bit of Glossier Future Dew. This gives such a beautiful glow to the skin, and in addition to the priming moisturizer, it really gives your skin that hydration it needs before you go putting other products on top. Do priming moisturizer first. I've been taking one pump of Future Dew and kind of dropping it on top of the places where I want a little extra glow. And I just kind of, oh, do you see that? Literally insane. I've watched Katie Jane Hughes apply this probably 70 or 80 times by now, and she always just advises not to rub it too deeply in, to kind of just lightly tap it onto the skin so that it maintains the glowy nature. Oh my god, and like, can we just, yeah, it looks so crazy in the light right now, and I'm filming in natural light today, so you can kind of really see what the products are gonna look like. And in the spirit of Katie Jane Hughes, and apologies in advance if I reference her a billion times in this video, I'm going to start out by applying the Glossier Stretch Concealer all over my face, and I'm going to use a brush to do it. This is the Sigma F60 foundation brush, but I'm going to be using it to apply this concealer. I have the concealer in the shade G10, and if you are transitioning from the old shade range, I was wearing medium in the concealer before they added the additional shades, so now I'm at G10. If you were looking for sort of a reference point, they do also have a shade finder on the website, so you can kind of see where your shade might fall. But I'm just going to start picking up some of the product onto this brush and tapping it into my skin in the spots where I need a little bit of extra coverage, because I really do want this to be kind of a look that has, you know, that's true to the Glossier ethos, and really just embracing your natural skin, not necessarily even fully covering up every single spot and breakout and thing that, you know, you might not want everyone to be seeing right now. So I'm kind of focusing this product on the spots that I would normally focus concealer on, so under my eyes, kind of here around my nose, up a little bit onto my forehead, and then definitely down by my chin, which is where I do get the majority of my breakouts. So here's what the base is looking like right now that I've added a little bit of stretch concealer, and I might go back and add some more with my fingers later on, but I feel like this is a great start for right now, and you can really see Future Dew doing its work underneath that light layer of concealer that I added. Let's move on to some blush and contour now. I'm going to be using two cloud paints today. This is Cloud Paint in Dusk, and this is Cloud Paint in Storm. Storm is one of the newer shades that got released, so I haven't really played with this one as much, but I mean, it is just such a beautiful shade for fall. I figured how could I not play around with it? And then this is Dusk, which I think is definitely my favorite cloud paint shade. I think the trick for cloud paints for a lot of people is that they are super pigmented, which you don't really expect from other Glossier products. So you really only need a little bit. That will go a long way. You can use brushes for cloud paint. I'm going to be using my fingers today, and what I'm going to do is kind of start to contour out a little bit using Dusk, and then I'm going to go over it with Storm on the apples of my cheeks to add in a little bit more of that blush feel. Here is a little dab of Dusk right now, and what I kind of like to do is have this on my fingers like this, and then really lightly just start to tap it onto my skin, and then really just focus on that tapping motion and rubbing it in. I think I know it didn't look like a lot, but I think I honestly already had plenty of product on my hands, so that is where I'm going to be starting out with this, and it really just adds that little bit of flush, that little bit of color, and that little bit of contour feel without going too overboard and feeling too sculpted. So there's Dusk applied more as my contour shade, and then I'm going to take really the tiniest bit of Storm and get some of that on the apples of my cheeks. I've said it before and I will say it again, the trick with these cream products, I think, is to start out with a tiny bit, and you can always go back and add more, but it's going to be much easier to add more than it will be to try to take away if you've put too much product. All right, I hope you can kind of see that subtle flush now on the apples of my cheeks after applying Storm. I really love how you can build these up as much as you want to, but you don't need a lot of product, and it's easiest, honestly, for me to use my fingers. If you are more comfortable using a brush, you can totally apply cream products that way too, so it's whatever you're comfortable with, and I just love how subtle that is. Let's now move on to highlighter. I was thinking about pulling out the Glossier Plain Night Shine, and this is the shade Platinum Rose, but I kind of feel like since my skin already looks so dewy, I'm just going to apply a tiny bit of Halo Scope in the shade Quartz. This has always been my go-to shade, and the way I like to apply this is, again, picking up the product with my fingers and really lightly just starting to tap it on, and I bring it up a little bit above my brows, a little bit on this side too, just to add a little bit of extra dewiness. I mean, there's definitely already a lot of dewiness happening. I probably could have skipped highlighter even if I wanted to, but we like to glow around here. So this is what it looks like now with Halo Scope over the Glossier Future Dew. Going to keep moving right along with brows. I'm just going to use this plain spoolie on the back of this e.l.f. Instant Brow Lift pencil to kind of brush through my brows before I reach for Brow Flick and Boy Brow in the shade Clear. I actually recently did a whole video about brows and different brow products, so I will link that down below in case you'd like to go watch it after you watch this. Curious about some different brow combinations for brunettes. I tried out 5 over a whole week. And now let's try out the one that I had tried out in the Tuesday of that video. Brow Flick in brown, Boy Brow in clear. Going to just super lightly go in with Brow Flick, and I think the trick here is, again, to kind of keep it light near the sprouts and then feel like you can define it a little bit more once you kind of get over. So I never actually start with Brow Flick at the front of my brows. I always kind of try to fill in where I want to fill in, and then I work my way back to the front after I kind of get the shape that I want by the tail. So here's a little bit of the before and after. I just filled this one in, and this one has just been brushed through. It's not even really a huge difference, and again, that's just the look I'm going for today. So really just using light strokes of this and filling in where you need is my suggestion for how I would use Brow Flick. And if you ever screw up Brow Flick, I find that it's pretty easy to smudge out where you want it to. So if it is kind of in the middle of your brow, you can always just smudge it out and get it more in line with where you want it. So now I'm just going to lock it in with Boy Brow in clear. As I mentioned, this is really great just for kind of giving that final shaping to the brow. If there's anything that you want to fluff up a little bit more, you can also brush your brows back I haven't really been doing that lately because I feel like it looks a lot easier than it actually is, and I think you kind of have to do it before you apply your pencil products. I really want to have some fun with this eye look, so I'm going to attempt something a little bit more playful with the eyeliner and the eyeshadow situation. So I have the Glossier Lid Star in the shade Cub here, and then I have Glossier Play Color Slide in the shade Magic Carpet. Love, love this name. It's kind of got a little bit of a shimmer to it. It's a very beautiful kind of jam burgundy, perfect fall shade really. And if you guys haven't gotten to play around with the Color Slide pencils yet, they're honestly just so much fun. I mean, swapping out your regular black eyeliner for the jumbo orange or any of the other shades is just a really fun way to mix things up, really spice up your work week eye makeup if that's something you're into. So let's see what we can come up with for the eye look. I just went off camera and actually applied my Smashbox 24-hour primer for eyes. It just kind of helps the eyeshadow last a little longer. And then I also picked up this Wet n Wild palette and just tapped into this neutral shade right here and dusted it over my lids. I find that the lid stars tend to work best kind of as a topper when they're over something else. You can definitely wear them on their own, but this is just how I've noticed they kind of last the best for me. So now that my eyes are prepped, I think what I'm going to do is go in with Lid Star in Cub and kind of just give myself a kind of beautiful shimmery glittery base. I did kind of put a couple of coats over to achieve this shade. Lid Star is really all about that sheer, beautiful, light wash of color. So if you do want a little bit more pigment, you will build it up a little bit to get that. But once you get there, it's so stunning, so worth it. And here's the part of makeup that always makes me nervous is the eyeliner, but I do love how super smooth and easy to wear the Color Slide pencils are, and I'm kind of thinking of doing an exaggerated winged out look. So I'm kind of just gonna start drawing and hold my breath and we'll see what we come up with. Whoa, bet we weren't expecting that from me, right? Isn't it cool? I'm just going to kind of touch it up a little bit and kind of make them a little bit more even, fill in with some more Cub if I have to, and then we'll move on to mascara. All right, you guys, and here's what the eye look is looking like. It's just so different from anything else I've ever done, and I love how the colors look together. I love the Lid Star with the Color Slide pencil. I just think it's so different from anything else I've really ever done and make me feel very creative and artsy today. So let's finish this look off. We just have two more things left. Next up is going to be the Glossier Lash Slick. This is one of my all-time favorite mascaras. It's so perfect for every day. It's lengthening, it's separating. It really just gives your lashes that little bit of extra something. If you don't like any crazy voluminous and like super intense mascaras, this is such a good one. I think this is like my fourth tube of it now. Here you can really see the difference. This eye is with Lash Slick and this one is without it. It grabs your lashes and it's like, come with me on this beautiful lengthening journey, and your lashes are like, yeah girl, yeah. And since we have such a crazy eye look, I wanted to keep it pretty low-key for the lips. So I was debating between Glossier Play Vinylic Lip in the shade Pony and also the Glossier Lip Gloss in the original clear shade. I'm a little up in the air right now. What should I do? I think I am just gonna put the lip gloss on because I really feel like this look is all about the eyes and it can speak for itself. And then lip gloss is just going to add a little bit of extra sheen to my lips, really pick up on the undertones of Future Dew and the highlighter and really just tie the whole thing together. Don't you like love the end of a makeup look when you're like, this is what I envisioned and here it is? This is what we're walking into right now. Okay guys, and here is my full finished look using all Glossier products. Let me know what you think of this look down below. Do you want to see me do more daring looks like this in the future? I feel like This look was really inspired and driven by the Glossier products, particularly the Color Slide pencils. I feel like that is just so different from anything else I've ever done, and I love how it turned out. I really feel confident and comfortable in this look. I mean, it's a step up from every day, but it's not like so crazy that I couldn't wear it out to drinks with friends or out to dinner, or honestly just bopping around running errands in New York, because it is New York after all. The base came out really exactly how I wanted it to. I'm kind of shocked that I'm not wearing any kind of foundation right now, and that the stretch concealer is really doing all of the work for the base. And I love how this turned out. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite product was that I used today. Did I introduce you to anything new from Glossier that you hadn't really thought about trying before? Let's have all of those conversations in the comments down below. You guys know that's one of my favorite parts of this YouTube channel and of this little online community. Thank you so much for watching this video. Huge thank you once again to Glossier for sponsoring this video. I can't even believe that this collaboration is here, and it is just something that I've thought about for so long, and I've been such a fan of the brand, so to work together has truly been one of the most exciting things for me as a content creator. So I really can't thank them enough, and I hope you guys really liked this one. Stay tuned for future videos. I have more stuff coming up, and be sure to, like I said, subscribe and stick around if you are not yet a subscriber. Oh, and if you recreate this look or you do any other kind of similar bold eyeliner, eyeshadow look, please send me a photo or tag me on Instagram. I would love to see how you guys are getting creative with your eye makeup as well. Have a great rest of your day, everyone, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!